Dear friends, welcome back to the Akshar Education Hub and YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the MCQs for dining etiquettes from the personality development for the SAM 2 students of first year BBA. But before we start this video, I would like to request you to like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Akshar Education Hub for the latest videos of such types. Now, let's move on to the MCQs of dining etiquettes. Friends, in this video, I have tried to collect 47 MCQs from the different open source available on the internet. So let's try to look at them. It may help you in your examination. The first question, if you need to leave the table during your meal, what should you do with your napkin? The right thing is place it on your chair. You shouldn't leave it on your table. These are the professional dining attitudes. If you need to go to restroom or washroom, you should say, excuse me, and just leave the table. Okay. We are going to discuss only answers as we know that the options can be changed. We need to focus on the correct answer. Where do you place your napkin once you've finished eating? Once you've finished eating, where should you leave it? It should be semi-folded and to the left on your plate. Once you've finished it, you should put it on your left semi-folded. Is it correct to keep your mobile phone on the table? No, it's false. Your napkin can be used to blow your nose. No, you shouldn't use your napkin to blow your nose. Is it acceptable to ask another person to taste their food? No, you shouldn't ask anyone else to taste their food or your food. When is the right time to start eating? When should you start eating? Once the host takes the first bite, you should start eating. Would it be correct to smoke at the table? No, you shouldn't. Ninth, if someone asks you for salt, what would you do? You should pass salt and pepper together. Once you pick up your cutlery means the silverware, it should never touch the dining table again. Yes, it's true. Once it is used, once you pick up, you shouldn't put them directly on the table. You should finish your food before your host finishes it or at approximately the same time as your host or after your host finishes its meal. It should be at the same time as your host. If you need to scoop food onto your fork, is it acceptable to use your fingers? No, you shouldn't use your fingers. If you get food served that you don't like, how should you react? If you are served a food that you don't like, keep everything positive and avoid any negative comments on that food. Okay. You can take a small bite of it just to taste it. How can you pass bread? It should be passed to the right. How do you pass the bread basket? You ask your neighborhood to pass it to the person who asked for it. You shouldn't try to stretch your hand up till that person. No. When eating bread, you should always tear off one small piece at a time. True. Where is your bread plate position? Where is your bread plate position? On the left side, on the right side, or in the middle of the table? it is on the left side. Your dinner plate or bread plate is always on your left. Is it allowed to dip your bread in your soup in a formal dining situation? Yes. Liquids are served from the right, while the foods are served from the left. True. If you order soup and it's too hot, what should you do? Instead of blowing it, you should let it cool in your bowl or stir gently with your spoon. Where should you put your bread and butter knife? Once you used it, you should rest it on your plate bed with a knife's sharp edge facing the center of the plate. When you are finished with eating your soup, where do you place your spoon if there is no saucer in the soup bowl? If the saucer is not there, you should keep that spoon in soup bowl only. Your drink will be placed to your right. If someone at table accidentally drank from your glass, what should you do? Ask your waiter discreetly for another glass. Don't let that person know that he has done a mistake. When eating bread, you should cut small pieces and start eating. What should you do before sitting at the table? You must wash your hands. Where should you place your napkin? On your lap that we have gone before. When you need to use restroom, you must just say, excuse me, you just can't get up and go. How much of your food should cut at a time? A few pieces. What should you do if you need something from across the table? You should ask someone to pass it to you. If the bread basket is in front of you, you should take a piece and pass the basket. You don't take many pieces at a time. How should you hold your utensils? It should be very gently like a pencil. When is an appropriate time to take a drink? When your mouth is empty, when you are thirsty, when you are chewing, it's while you are talking. It's the best time to take a drink. If you have something stuck in your teeth, it's very obvious. You should use a toothpick at the table. During the dinner, it is your job to socialize with your neighbors and table mates. You should talk with them. You should try to be socialized with them. If you get up from the table during a meal, what do you do with the napkin? You should put it on your chair and you can just slide that chair under a table. To eat soup, you should do all of the following except. आपको क्या नहीं करना इसमें से? Hold your soup spoon like you hold a pencil. Wait to eat your soup until everyone is served. Pick up the bowl and drink the soup. This is what you cannot do. You shouldn't just directly start. When you are served food, what should you say? It's obvious you should say thank you. If someone asks you a question while your mouth is full of food, what should you do? Answer them right away, ignore the question, or this is the right thing, hold up your index finger to indicate, wait a minute. And once you have done, then answer the question. If you finish eating before others at the table, you may do the following. Politely wait until everyone else is done. What should you do if you're served something that you don't like? Take a polite bite that I have told you earlier. When sitting at the dinner table, what is the first thing you need to do with the napkin? Put it on your lap. It is okay to put your elbows on the table while you are eating? False. No, you shouldn't put your elbows on the table. The outside or smaller fork is used for salad. The inside or a large fork is used for main course. This big spoon is used for soup or swirling for spaghetti. Which way the sharp edge of the knife blade face? Inward towards the plate. So these are the few reference MCQs for dining etiquettes. I hope this would help you in your examination. Thank you very much for watching this video, and do not forget to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.